Sorry about that. Oh, I didn't realize it. Hi, how you doing?
You put your glasses back on for the camera. He doesn't know it, but he's about to get Tom Sawyer into working in the Honda. So grab yourself a pair of gloves and jump on in. He's got the biggest tool in the shop. Hey guys, welcome to this video. And if you're here, you're probably having trouble with your Honda Element starter 2. Let's go. So this Honda Element is mine. And if you've been following the channel, we've had it on here a couple of times. The starter's gone bad. Well, the brushes are hanging up. And this is the third time that I've tried to make this video. So we're going to move a little faster and the tone's going to be a little different because I'm aggravated by now. The guy that I bought this car from replaced the starter for me just before I got it. And he must have followed one of the other YouTube videos that are out there. I'm absolutely sure of it. The mark of doing it from the bottom is all over this car. That's not the right way to do it. This channel is called Tech Jimmy. You know why? I'm Jimmy, and I'm a retired Honda technician, factory trained and certified. Honda gives you 2.2 hours to do the job on this car. I am quite certain that you can do it in an hour. As a matter of fact, if you can't do it in an hour, you need to pack up your tools and get out of the shop because this is not going to be hard. Let me show you how to do it the right way. And it happens from the top. You ready? Let's go. I said we're going to move fast, so let's have at it. Start with the negative battery cable. Get that off. Get this off. Get this off. Take off the thing that's underneath of it. Take off the intake and the air filter housing. And we're down to the metal intake. Let's go. Here's a scenario, right? You get in your car and you hit the key. Nothing. You still have all the power and all the lights work. Most likely a starter, right? What do you need? Get a long piece of metal, like this 3/8 extension. And you can stick it down in between the runners of the intake. You can see the starter. Give it one good shot. And I bet your car will start right up. At least that way you can get home. Make sure you get this guy underneath. While you're here, get that 12mm that goes up into the bottom of the intake now. You're going to save yourself a lot of headache later. All right, now we're going to go real quick, so pay attention. This hose off of here. Get these out of here. All your wires. Doesn't matter what it is, intake air temperature, sensors, throttle position sensor. Just pull them all out. Now we'll get this intake off of here. I'm not even 30 minutes through it on camera time. So if you were doing this for real, trying to just knock this job out, you could do it in an hour, hour and a half tops. So that 2.2 that Honda gives you, that's right. Going in from the bottom, that's definitely wrong. Let's wrap this thing up real quick. I'm not trying to show you guys step by step. If you can't figure out how to unbolt half this stuff, maybe don't be doing big boy jobs on your car. But come on, if you can figure it out, let's do the rest of this together. Let's go. If you guys are in it this deep, you really should be putting a knock sensor on it because you probably have a knock sensor code anyway. That's why this one has the knock sensor code. Can you see that? Let me clean the lens. That's why this one has the knock sensor code. That wire is all gummed up and yucky in the back. If you clean that out and silicone it and then replace the knock sensor, the code will go away.
All right, look, there it is. A half hour, this is out of the car. 1 hour, you can do this job from the top without draining the coolant, without busting your ass. Stop doing this from the bottom and just do it the right way. If you can't do this job in an hour and a half, you need to stop working on your car. All right, let's get this garbage ass thing changed. You know, I'm just going to have to come back in here to put a freaking starter bolt in it anyway. Oh, so grumpy. There's nowhere I can get a starter bolt today before I need to put this job back together. I need to use this car today. Ugh.
All right, the part that I neglected to mention in my intro voiceover there, and why I'm so frustrated doing this video, and why this is the second time I'm doing this starter job. Yes, the kid that I bought the car from did replace the starter for me. And it's obvious that he replaced it from the bottom because he didn't put the top starter bolt back in. I understand it's hard to get to that bolt from the bottom, but that's why you do it from the top. You know, if Honda thought they could get away with only one bolt on the starter, they would have used only one bolt. There's 2 bolts on the starter. You have to put them both back in. That's just another reason why you do this job from the top the way you're supposed to. Stop trying to cheat it from the bottom.
There you go. You pull it up and out of the way like that. And there's your starter. Nice and easy to get to. We are 13 minutes. 13 minutes. 13 camera minutes, okay? So 13 minutes and I can touch the starter. In 20 minutes, that starter would be out without a problem. So 2.2 hours is a gift from Honda. Stop doing this from the bottom. Let me show you why you don't do this from the bottom. The kid that I bought this car from replaced the starter right before he sold it to me. Obviously, he did it from the bottom because he replaced the knock sensor too. And the knock sensor was barely hand tight, so that thing was throwing codes too. The guy didn't put the top bolt back in the starter. This is a level of laziness that you cannot work on your cars like. Don't do this. If you're scared to work on your car, if the job's too hard, you're probably doing it the wrong way. And if that's your MO, not to put a bolt back in a car, bro, just quit. Just put your tools down, step away from the toolbox, step away from the car, just quit. Stop working on cars because you're going to make dangerous stuff out there. So you can get these bolts pretty cheap on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. There's no excuse not to use the right stuff either. These are Honda parts. This is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this top bolt back into the starter. See how that's kind of a special bolt? It's got a collar on it and it's elongated so you can get it around the starter and you don't have to get in there with some kind of weird little socket. These are special bolts for the K24 and you have to use them. They're hardened, they have a special thread, and they're not expensive. Get them on Amazon. Use my link, please. So I'm going to go ahead and get this car back together. Now that you guys see it, 13 minutes just to get your hands on the starter. You can change this out, do the whole job in probably 35, 40 minutes. If you can't do it in an hour, man, I wouldn't hire you. I wouldn't want you in my shop if you couldn't do a 2.2 in 1 hour. There's another thing. A lot of flat rate mechanics want to complain that it's really hard to make money and it's hard to work as a flat rate mechanic. I never complained as a flat rate mechanic. I want flat rate work. If this job pays 2.2 hours, but I can do it in 1 hour because I figured out the right way to do it, that's how I made my money. You know, in my honest opinion, I think you guys are scared. Everybody complaining about flat rate work and, oh, mechanics can't make any money on flat rate. You're just scared to do the work. As long as my shop had enough work for me to do all day long, I made more than enough money. I wasn't scared to make money and I wasn't scared to work hard. There were a lot of jobs where you could beat book time by half like this. There were a lot of jobs where they just beat you up too. But doing these jobs are what paid the bills. And no, you can't knock it out of the park all the time. But now you know how to knock it out of the park on your Honda Element. Stop doing it from the bottom. If you found this any kind of helpful. If you like my content, please hit like, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get notified every time that I post new content. It's going to be cool stuff like this. We work on Hondas. We work on Honda dirt bikes. We play guitars. We have fun. We have a lot of fun. You'll see. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much.